Hello and welcome to our beloved, lovely course, Grammatical Structure. This course, as I told you in the introductory orientation lecture and in the first lecture, is about grammar and about structure. In this course, we are going to study different things. Hopefully, they will be very easy. And just to remind you about the change in the course, because I see still people are relying on the previous lecture, the previous materials. No, as I told you, I have changed the book into this little light blue book using and understanding and using English grammar. Why I chose this book? Because I think it's better than the previous one. It has answer key. If you go to the end of the book, here you will see the answers. You will see the exercise number and the page number of the exercise, and you will find the answers. So it's very easy, very helpful. If you want to study by yourself, this is going to be a very useful book to you. It has, I think, more than 20 units. We are not going to cover all the units. So if you want to study at home, you have the answer key. You don't need me to know the answers. Well, last time we talked about the verb tenses, where we talked about that we have three: simple, present, past, and future. And we talked about the simple present, and we are going to continue talking about the present simple today. The present simple summary. We talked about how do we use the present simple. I talked about that when we want to use the present simple, we talk about something that we do every day. So if we have here, for example, this is what is called timeline. This is the timeline. And if we say this is the past, and this is present, and this is future, so let's say this is the present. So this is the past, الماضي, and this is the present, الوقت الحاضر, and this is future, المستقبل. So the present simple, something that happens every day. So something that you usually do in the past, and you do now, and you will do in the future. This is why we call it the present simple, because we usually have these activities as habits or as daily activities, or because they are facts that we cannot change. And if you remember the examples that I gave you last time, you will see what I mean. So you know the timeline. If you have a Twitter account, you know what I mean. Let me say it in Arabic, الشريط الزمني. So now, or today, we are going to talk about the present simple, something that happens in the time being, but it used to happen in the past, and it will continue happening in the future. And today we will be introduced more to how do we make negative sentences, questions, and we'll have some practices in the book. Unfortunately, the device that helps me to show you the book is not working today, so I'll give you the page number of the exercises, and then you go home, or while you are home, you can do these exercises by yourself. So let's go and continue the structure of the simple presents, if we have I, you, sorry, if we have I, you, we, they, we have do not or don't. What's the difference between do not and don't? Don't is usually used in spoken language. When we speak, we say we don't, or I don't, they don't, you don't. But in writing, it's better to use do not because it looks more formal, looks good. But using do not or the contracted form, it is called contracted form, is not good for writing. We use it more in speaking. So then we have verb 1, which is the infinitive form, and then the rest of the sentence. So we don't visit the moon. So if we have here, for example, the sentence we visit the moon, we just add don't. Sorry. We don't visit the moon. Don't forget the snobs. He, she, it. Yes, don't forget the snobs. These little things, he, she, it, they are very tricky. Why? Because there is a special rule for them. We should remember that with he, she, it, there is an S in the sentence, in the verb, sorry. So what do we do with this S? We will see in a minute. They are very tricky. They also take the verb do, it becomes does. Yes, we talked about this last time. What happens to the verb? The verb loses the S. Let's have an example. When we have the example, the picture becomes clearer. It snows in the winter. So we have the S here. Sorry. It seems the slides are on a hurry. Sorry. What happened? Try again. Yes, it snows. We have the yes. It snows in the winter. We have S. Why? Because we have it. With it, we have the S in the verb. It snows in the winter. How does it become negated or in the negative form? We put does not or doesn't before the verb here. And then there is a little mistake here. We should cross the S, not N. So let me oh, sorry, it's not. Excuse me for this little glitch in the sentence. We should cross the S, and the smart part is not working as well, which is frustrating. Let me use another pen. Yes, we should cross the S. It does not snow in the summer, or it doesn't snow in the summer. Here is the same rule. Does not is used in writing, doesn't is more used in speaking. Let's practice. Write these sentences in negative. My cat has a swimsuit. So let me answer. We write my cat, and where is the verb? Here is the verb, has. My cat, and you have has. What should we use? Do we use does or do? let us think. My cat is one person, so we should use does not. Yes. Let me have it a different color. Does not. My cat doesn't. And we have has. It becomes what? It becomes have. Yes. This is the rule. Has become have. When it comes with does, has become have. So my cat does not have and then the rest of the sentence. A swim. So, yes. Full stop. Do not forget the full stop. Dan and Dana catch frogs. So what is the subject here? Dan and Dana. Do we have one or two persons? Yes, two persons. So we use what? Do. Do not catch frogs. Full stop. The end of the sentence. So simply the rule that we have with one person, we should use the S of the verb, or we use does not in the negative, or does in the question, as we are going to see in a minute. So these are the answers in the robots do not eat hot dogs. Yes. Change the statements to questions. Simple present tense negative. Sorry, should be making questions. I work. It becomes do I work? Question mark. We use do why because we have I. Although I is one person, but this is the English law, the English rule. Sorry, we use with I, they, we, you. We use do. So we have do in the beginning, and then the rest of the sentence, and question mark. Do not forget the question mark. I like my job. It's the same. Do I like my job? The rest of the sentence. The same here. Do they have benefits? Do we have a nice boss? Question mark. And this is with she and he. We use what? We said we use does, and then the rest of the sentence has become have, and the rest of the sentence again. So this is the same thing that we studied from lecture 1. I want you to give you the feel of the easiness of this course, because if you feel that this course is easy, it's gonna help you a lot to gain a lot of information from this course. So this is the rule. We use do with I, you, we, they, and then the verb, and then the rest of the sentence. Question mark. Does, we use he, she, it, the verb, and the rest of the sentence. Question mark. If we have in the sentence is, am, are, we did not talk about them last time, and today we are introducing these auxiliary verbs is, am, are. If we have them in the sentence, we just move them to the beginning of the sentence. He is a boy. For example, here, he is a boy. It becomes, is he a boy? Question mark. So we just move is, am, are to the beginning of the sentence, and we have a question. And we should not forget the question mark at the end of the sentence. So this is the answer of some of the sentences that I gave you in the previous slides. So do you have any questions so far? I don't think so. So let's go now to the book, to introduce the book to you. if you open the first pages on the book, you will see the chapters, the table of contents. You will see that we have 20 chapters. We are not going to cover all the chapters. Chapter 1, which starts on page, if this thing is working, I would have shown you the pages, but I promise you next time I'll get this little scanner working for you so you can follow with me the pages. If you ask me, do or should I buy the book, I would say yes, definitely buy the book for different reasons. Number one, you are now English major students and you should start building up your English library, your English books library at your home. And this is going to be a very helpful, useful book for you. This is number one. Number two, you will study very good for the exam because it has too many exercises that are very beneficial to you. Number three, if you are going to use to buy this book, it will help you with the other courses. How? Sometimes, for example, let's say that you are going to the 6th level or the 7th level, and you have, for example, a course called composition or essay, and you want to write a very complicated sentence, but you are not sure about your grammar. Should we use this structure or should I use the other structure? You can refer to the book and then you will find the answer, because I think this book is very comprehensive of the basic English grammar. So chapter 1, which starts on page 2, it's like a warm-up. It's an overview of all the tenses, which is very useful if you want to warm yourself up. Practically, we are going to start from page 14. I'm not saying that chapter 1 is not important. It is very important, and it includes good exercises, and some of which might be in the final exam. But I want to draw your attention to page 14, where you have here some little exercises about the simple present. For example, on page 13, if you don't have the book, I'm really sorry for this, and again I'll try to fix this technological problem next time, inshallah. On page 13 we have number 1, I am not agree with you with your opinion. This is not correct. I don't agree with your opinion. I am not is not correct English. It's not correct at all. Number 2, I am not knowing Sam's wife. Well, again, you cannot say I am not knowing. The answer is I don't know Sam's wife. And the rest of the exercises is left to you. How? Because you are going to see the answers. If you go to page 400, just give me 1 minute and I'll find you the yes, if you go to page 466, you will see here exercise 1, page 13, the page that we were doing the exercise in. you will see all the answers here. So you see number 1, I don't know Sam's why, and you will see the answers for all the for the rest of the exercise. So it's very helpful, very good that you try to test your knowledge by answering all the questions, and then you go to check your answers and then calculate your mark. For example, if the exercise is out of 10, try to mark the to see your mark out of 10, and then bit by bit you will see your improvement. How do you progress from one exercise to another? If you have any questions, as I told you, you can email me, you can phone me up in my office hours, and I will be very glad to answer you. Thank you for listening, thank you for watching, and I wish you all the best.